Welcome back. The Liberan Commission report was constituted. The report was set up, the whole commission, on the 16th of December 1992. Within minutes of this report being submitted today, two controversies emerged. First, Liberan himself claimed there were certain individuals who, with their uncooperative attitude, delayed the submission of the report. The whole country is talking about who these people are. Is he talking of witnesses? Is he talking of people in the NDA government or some other people? The other controversy was about what Uma Bharti said. Uma Bharti said she smells a political motive to collect Muslim votes. She said that Rahul Gandhi wants to be Prime Minister and hence they want to have an election in a year. This conspiracy is to create a Hindu-Muslim divide in this country. Of course, remember, Uma Bharti herself is squarely out there in the middle of the controversy herself. Now, Abhishek Manu Singhvi wanted to raise a point here when I made that point about Narasimha Rao's own role, the suspect role of Narasimha Rao behind the Babri Masjid demolition. Yes, Dr. Singh.
Arnab, you made 2 points. The first point you made was, is this something with which this generation of persons should be burdened? Is it not all way back in the historical past? Answer. Yep. Sometimes the worst events of our history, the most momentous ones, are only solved from the psyche of the people if they are addressed, not by brushing them under the carpet. You had reconciliation commissions. I'm giving an example broadly, an analogy, in South Africa. Would you say that apartheid would be best solved by dealing with it, addressing it, discussing it transparently, or by brushing it under the carpet?
No, I wouldn't say
sometimes somebody has to face the facts.
Yep.
Somebody has to face the facts, and this is a fact-finding commission.
Yep.
Ultimately, the catharsis, the solution comes, and I'm not talking of recrimination or vendetta, it comes out of a square addressal of the issues.
Okay.
So that's the right thing to do. Number two, Narasimha Rao. Have you just noticed that everybody you are able to quote are who? The chief protagonists of this divisive brand of politics, who are virtually the accused in this whole issue. I use the word accused not in the legal sense.
Yes.
Are the ones who are giving certificates, of goodness and proximity to Mr. Narasimha Rao.
But they don't mention SB Chavan.
It's like saying that the BJP starts giving me
certificates. No, but they don't mention SB Chavan.
I don't want their certificate.
They don't mention SB Chavan, who was their Home Minister. They only mention Narasimha Rao.
Arnab, it doesn't matter whom they mention.
Okay.
Do you think that a Uma Bharti today giving a certificate of goodness to Narasimha Rao or a Panchajanya or an RSS will make a difference, because people will remember only that scene of Uma Bharti gleefully dancing virtually on the shoulder of Mr. Advani a few hundred feet away from the event.
Okay. Now my question, you made the point about reconciliation. No, you made the point about reconciliation. Yes. Now, if there's to be reconciliation, Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad, the point being made is there has to be an admission. The question is not whether Uma Bharti, Vinay Katiyar were evasive but contemptuous about this whole commission, which they were. The question is not whether your then Chief Minister failed to keep his own word to the Supreme Court, which he did. The question is whether 17 years later you're willing to look at this in the eye and come with an admission. Because if there has to be reconciliation, there has to be an admission on one side. Right. Not a feeling that, let's try and get away with the system. Let's try and avoid and make this a political issue. There has to be an admission of guilt.
Well, Arnab, as far as the larger issue raised by you is concerned, yes, there is a need to look forward. And as I see it, there are two ways of looking at it. The first and foremost is, it is an issue in existence since the year 1950 per se, as a litigation is concerned. As far as feelings are concerned, in existence for the last 100 years. Therefore, there has to be a proper constructive solution, so that mere litigation, there is a litigation pending in Lucknow bench, one party will win, one will lose, someone will come to again the matter to the Supreme Court. And let me tell you, as a minister in the Ansari Bajpayee government, we were involved in that reconciliation process, in dialogue. A way out could have been found out. Nothing happened, we lost ultimately, and unfortunately the Manmohan Singh government did not do anything in the last 5 years.
Mr. Prince.
Now, as far as the guilt part is concerned, again you are jumping guns. We completely repudiate. But one thing I would like to say about Narasimha Rao, I was not at all willing to go in this debate, but the way in which Mr. Manu Singhvi has reacted, Arnav, can we forget what the comment Mr. Arjun Singh and Sitaram Kesri made against Narasimha Rao? Should I repeat all that?
I really don't want
this commission or that commission. No, just a minute. Narasimha Rao initiated the reform, economic reform post 1991. Is he mentioned even once as a person who heralded economic reforms? Let us not go into debates which are too well known. Yes, I repeat that whenever the final contents are known, we will come with a response, but the larger issue remains that there is a feeling, overpowering feeling of Hindus in India and abroad, millions and millions, that a proper Ram temple should come. Can we find a constructive approach to that is the crucial question.
No,
and I think where I would like to pick up from what you stated, Arnav, that 17 years down the line,
yes,
it is time to look forward.
No, time to look forward.
Arnav, very important, very important. Arnav, very important. When my friend talks about the Narasimha Rao government in the Congress period, I think it's very ironical. He forgets that during 98 to 2004, Vajpayee government neither managed the temple nor managed the reconciliation. They seem to remember Ram only at election time. No temple came. Their core agenda for the purpose of power was put on the side. 370 was put on the side. Yeah. Ayodhya was put on the side. Uniform Civil Code was put on the side. It was only for vote getting, and nor did they manage any solution.
No, but
so let's not blame the Congress government. You started this problem. You could neither solve it nor address it.
No, but I have a question. I have a question to both of you gentlemen today. I have this question on behalf of all our viewers and all the people watching this show today. That it was said on the 16th of December, 1992, and one clearly remembers this when this commission was set up. Some people said it's a diversionary tactic. You know, Narasimha Rao wants to put the onus away, wants to shift the issue, and hence diversionary tactic. Whole commission was a diversionary tactic for him. 17 years have passed, the report has come out, there's been no action taken, nor is there an acknowledgement. Does this country go back 17 years to the same kind of politics, or will political parties across the board, whoever is responsible, come up and own up? Come up and own up right now, Mr. Prasad. The only question, own up and say this is an unfortunate chapter in our politics, which, as Mr. Advani said, led to tears in his eyes. Then should we just come and own up and say this was unfortunate? Yes, we played a role in it, and we are ready to face the punishment, whatever that.
You had an example of owning up by Uma Bharti today.
Arnav, should I go today? Arnav, can I reply now?
Yes.
You see, Arnav, today don't become the prosecutor and the judge both today, which I am afraid you are repeatedly becoming. The larger issue which you have raised, yes, that is the point. As far as the demolition part was concerned, Advani ji is the prime leader, have already said, well, the whole world knows, you have just quoted. None of us were happy as the way it happened. But to say that the desire of having a Ram Janmabhoomi mandir there should be completely discarded, we completely repudiate that. That's the first thing I would like to say.
Okay.
The second thing, you cannot disown certain important legacy events which do have a bearing. And don't, by the way, wish away this profound feeling of Hindus. What is the way out? The way out, as I see it, to have a constructive approach.
Okay.
The way out is dialogue. And just to put the record straight, during the NDA regime, our dialogue has prospered enormously, but we lost the election.
This report
didn't take it.
This report, gentlemen, this report will be placed on the floor of Parliament on Thursday. The government's duty bound to present it. That's when we'll get access to it. We'll know what is in the report. We'll debate it again and see where this debate goes 17 years after the event. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Abhishek Manu Singhvi and Ravi Shankar Prasad for joining us on this debate. News Hour is coming up in 2 minutes, and we'll focus on this and much more. Back in 2 minutes with all of you.